Hello, 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 and welcome, my Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need to Love read for this full moon to new moon next June 2020. Yep, they changed it up on me again, my guides. Still doing the full moon to new moon next reads, but doing it a little bit differently, as I will explain in a minute, because I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and glad that the guides are changing things up for these times that we are in. We are looking at a time period specific. This Friday, June 5th, the moon will be in Sagittarius, full moon in Sagittarius, until the new moon, June 21st, when it will be new moon in Cancer. And it is Father's Day, and it is the day right after Letha, the summer solstice, the full of the sun, if you will. So they were very, very clear about not just a what do I need read, but because it is the waning part building up to such a very powerful series of days, what do I need to love? What do I need to love within myself? What do I need to look at? What do I need to embrace? Which can be tricky in terms of embracing the very emotions so that they can move through us and we can let go to make room for all of this new cool stuff coming in with summer solstice, probably things that we started casting for in December at Yule, not realizing what was ahead of us, right? So could be a very, very interesting time. Hence, we are only doing what's called a 6-card draw, 6 different decks, 1 card each, keeping it simple and relatively brief so that you can check your other signs. If you are new to my channel, please do keep in mind this is a general read. It's all the best you can do unless you're booking me privately. So do take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. Cool, cool. Let's get down to business here. I like this, even though it's just another 6-card draw, with the intention of really looking at, for any zodiacal collective, well, what do I need to love? Like, what do I need to love within myself? What do I need to face? What do I need to heal, right? In that way, by bringing love to it. It's just a more empowered way of going through what we're going through. I like it a lot. Nice deep breath. Let's do this. All the decks that I read are in the bottom of the description box. We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype cards. My collective pantheons, please. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, what is the dominant archetype that the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs need to alchemize, needs to love, needs to heal? From lead to gold, shadow to light, this full moon in Sagittarius on Friday, June 5th, to the new moon in Cancer, the 21st of June, day after the summer solstice and Father's Day. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this one. Please, what is the dominant archetype that they need to love this new moon to full moon to new moon next? The Prince archetype. I love the Prince archetype. I have the Prince archetype in spades. And this is one of the romantic ones. Shadow attribute, using power for self-aggrandizement. You think? Yeah, we have a history of princes, including the beloved artist Prince. Certainly used his power for self-aggrandizement, but being a rock star, I think he gets away with that. And a legend. The light attribute, romantic charm and potential for power. So whether you have the Prince archetype or you are dealing with somebody who does have the Prince archetype, there's something there. There's something that you need to learn and love. Now, romantic charm, I've got gallons, silos, warehouses of the stuff. But in terms of potential for power, that is like a battery that's idling, like an engine that's idling. I got a lot of that too, potential for power. How will that manifest itself into physical form? Let's keep going. Let's ask the angels. With the Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue, what is the angel that is offering its wing, offering its hand to help you heal with the Healing with the Angels Oracle? Breathe. My angels, please, for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. For this full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, the collective pantheons are talking about the prince archetype, a very, very delightful and powerful thing in its light and really horrifying in its shadow. What is the healing? Wow, what is the healing with the angels' oracle? What is the angel that is offering to help them heal, that they need to love that angel for this new moon, full moon to new moon next? And it is one of divine guidance. To know that you don't know, but that you are willing to be shown. That lovely grace of humility to say, all right, I am going to go with certainly my own guidance, which can be a combination of my head, my heart, and my gut. But ultimately, if the divine guidance of the angels is involved here, then you are being walked through something, guided through something that you can't wholly see. It's too big for a human perspective to see, part of a larger plan, the divine plan, the quantum field, and all of that. So to really get into harmony with the angels of divine guidance, what does that look like in your life before? It might not look like that now. Really stepping onto, like following a star. I don't know if you can see how the angel is sort of highlighting that one heart-shaped star. That it's not just the on-the-ground, turn left, turn right, survival intuition stuff. This might be a bit more visionary. And with that prince archetype, be very, very careful. They're charming. If that's not you, if that's not your power coming up from and through you, definitely divine masculine, masculine family of archetypes, then just be very careful. Be very, very careful of that using power for self-aggrandizement if it's coming this way at you. Although that can be lovely. For a night, just not for a lifetime. Breathe. As we ask the goddesses to please speak through the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. My goddesses, please, a piece of tarot, a piece of the story. What does the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs need to love this full moon in Sagittarius to new moon in Cancer, June 2020? What's the piece of the story? What's the piece of the tarot, my goddesses? Your guidance and your wisdom, which is the Two of Blades. Analysis, to make sure that you gather all of the appropriate information going on here, that though divine guidance is there, use the mind as the tool that it is. Now, it's only a 2, right? It doesn't mean that there's an instant answer, as we have the card of the fencers here. Let me bring that a little bit closer, right? Now, I've never fenced. I've been out riding fences for too long. So long. Desperado. But, you know, it is about seeing things, strategy, looking at it from different points of view, gathering information from as many different points of view as possible, right? To maybe draw a conclusion, or maybe just to gather information to support a hypothesis or answer a long-held question. Definitely the signs and the synchronicities are going to be there, and that's going to be part of the intellectual gathering of information. Just be careful about jumping to conclusions unless it really resonates with a higher vision. In other words, divine guidance isn't just about a parking spot. Not that there's anything wrong with the right parking spot, but in the larger play of this full moon to new moon next, this is probably about the fulfillment of something that, though has been on your mind, you have not been able to get total clarity on, hence the continual gathering of information. But that's where we're going to go right to the higher self here to get you a whisper of love about what this is about, because the mental aspect of it doesn't necessarily concern me so much as it is the divine guidance aspect of it, that the mind could go back and forth, dicing up the guidance instead of going with what the soul is saying. You know, sometimes the soul says, feel this, heal this. We're like, no, let me think about it longer. And we can. We're allotted that, but let's ask the higher self. Please breathe. The higher selves have all involved. Please, one card for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is their whisper of love oracle card? What is it that you're whispering in their ears for the 6-card draw. What do they need to love read for June 2020? Full moon in Sagittarius to new moon in Cancer. Just such a powerful thing going on there with that alignment on that new moon. So what is their whisper of love? Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. And that might be what that back and forth is about. Is, well, do I do it this way or do I do it that way? Not so much the element of fire, because you want to do it. You want to demonstrate this love. The guidance is telling you, demonstrate love. But with that card of the Prince, there is a potential for power there that it still might be a little unsure. Well, do I do it this way or do I do it that way? Well, what if let me gather more information? In fact, it even says it in the card. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So perhaps give it a little more thought, but know that it's being inspired from a higher dimensional point of view than just the human rational mind. Because man, can the voice of the mind totally dissect something to the point where the love can't be found in it anymore. It becomes overwrought and overthought. Let's ask the Chuck Spezzano love pack, shall we? What this is about. My Ascended Masters, please. From the Chuck Spezzano love pack, a piece of the problem, a piece of luck, a piece of grace, or a piece of healing. What's going on for this Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? This full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, June 2020. What is it that they need to love? The angels, the collective pantheons are talking about the Prince archetype with that romantic charm and potential for power. The angels are talking about divine guidance, that there's something larger going on here that they can see, so the angels have intervened. The mind is still, the goddesses are saying, the Two of Blades, there's still going to be some back and forth, some strategizing. The back and forth, as the higher self also indicates, a demonstration of love, finding out what is important to the people you love and acting on it. Particularly if that's in a romantic sense, there might be all sorts of plays and scenes and scripts being written. So please, the higher selves, give way to the Ascended Masters here. What is the piece of the problem, the piece of luck, the piece of healing, or the piece of grace to clarify what they need to love this Taurus collective, this full moon to new moon next? And we're negotiating through pain, most likely the emotional kind, considering they are on a stretcher, or holding a woman on a stretcher with a heart on her chest underneath a stormy cloud. Now look, there is emotional pain flooding across this planet like a flood. Certainly this past weekend empathically was a challenge for anybody who was tuning themselves to it, and for those who didn't know they were tuning to it was not easy either. So this aspect of this Prince really want, if this is the Taurus who's watching this, really going back and forth in terms of, well, how do I demonstrate love with my own pain going on, or to help those that are in pain? I have a feeling this last card of the healing mantra is going to set that up. Now, remember the nature of these reads. It is a need to love read. So this is sort of like what you need to go through in order to manifest the love that you are. Now, the thing that does concern me, though, is if this is purely romantic with the Prince card, that the overthinking will not go well. And just be careful with this card of pain. It does feel more like emotional pain. It feels like the more gentle, the better. Do not use your power for self-aggrandizement to make yourself larger than life. It's unnecessary on this one, is my sense of why that's the archetype here. Use your charm, use your grace, use your poetry, use your words in order to demonstrate love, but in a way that is healing. The question to ask, they're saying, is what would love do? If someone's in pain, what would love do? How could I demonstrate love in a way that will be something that they can receive when I don't really know what that is? That's the romantic journey there. Healing mantra deck. Ascended Masters. Last card down. Let's see what you get. My Ascended Masters, please. The perfect healing mantra for this Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Really, the Prince archetype. How can the Prince bring some healing? What's the mantra that they can focus on to demonstrate love here? Because I can feel the mind going back and forth. What do I do? How do I do it? What's the right way of doing this? What's the wrong way? What are the shoulds? What are the shouldn'ts? Because there's there's emotional pain involved here across the board, probably with everybody, just because what's going on planet Earth, but in particular, how does this Taurus demonstrate love? Give them a healing, healthy way of doing this, please. This full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, June 2020, please. My Ascended Masters. Asking for angelic support. Asking for angelic support. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. And I feel like that, considering this is an air card, is really probably how you're feeling, Taurus. It's, I don't know. I don't know. This isn't, I don't know what I want. What you want is to demonstrate love, is to follow the divine guidance. But with the amount of pain going on here, it's either, it can go in a really inauthentic way, right? Make sure that you are being authentic about this and ask the angels for support. My angels respond when I am open and authentic about how I feel. And I opened right to the page. When asking for angelic support, you are requesting solutions from a higher realm of consciousness. Such a realm of consciousness works in accordance with free will to help you face your experiences instead of helping you avoid them. So if you don't know what to do, they're not going to help you avoid not knowing what to do. You're going to have to kind of breathe through that and be in that. Rather than believe the cause of your feelings must be changed or eliminated, it is essential to ask your angels for better ways of viewing the feeling that keep getting triggered. Now, that might be the other part of this. They're showing me that if you're getting this guidance, right, to demonstrate love here, but your own fear of getting hurt is popping up, that emotional pain. You need to kind of deal with this. This is your opportunity to be really authentic if that is the pain being triggered. Because each trigger represents a healing, you are more likely to feel the presence of your angels when asking for their help to face your most difficult emotions. In order to access angelic assistance, it is important to be with your feelings so your angels know where support is needed most. It's usually when we make that prayer, please God, give me strength, right? That means I'm in it, I'm doing it, here I am, give me strength. This mantra is ideal for unraveling the spiritual ego, which has all sorts of rules and superstitions that aren't true. Giving up patterns of avoidance, like wanting to do this but not because of the pain, and being a better receiver, both a better receiver of the guidance coming to you, but as well as the ability to then act on that stuff with the Prince archetype, should that be yours. So putting this all together, again, this Prince archetype, such a powerful romantic thing, but also remember that that need not play itself out in a romantic way. If this is not about if this is about a more charitable, you often see like the royal princes doing more of the charity work end of stuff. But with that following of divine guidance, there is a higher nature, a higher calling going on here that you might be of two minds about in terms of how do I demonstrate this love considering the pain involved, my own or someone else's? Well, if you ask your angels for the support, then you're going to find exactly what you need to love within yourself in order to allow this pain to express itself in a way that not only does it get healed, but it allows you to demonstrate love to yourself and to others who might be involved in the same predicament or situation. Keeping in mind the reason why, the purpose that I think they changed even the name of these readings this time around is because the world is in need of love. And here is your opportunity holographically to heal some of your own pain or really demonstrate love to help heal some pain for others for the well-being of all. So may the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need. This full moon in Sagittarius to new moon next in Cancer, June 2020. Wishing you the very, very blessed of it all, that you may heal, that you may demonstrate love, asking the angels for support in dealing with the pain, following the divine guidance with the Prince archetype power as you're negotiating it with the Two of Blades. May you all be so blessed. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, and commenting in the comment section below. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this full moon to new moon next. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.